In this video we learned different methods of how to draw a simple space, and we work with the default with enhanced menu and my customized units in centimeters, especially my system units. This is really important, and it's definitely good if you have a basic floor plan done with CAD. If it's not like this, there are different kind of ways for you to start. You can probably start with a plane and just say you have a length of 10 meter by 15 meters. I just go into create, and here's our plane. I just change to shade and edges, and with G grid I just switch on my grid, and this could already be a very simple base of my ceiling or my floor in my room. Actually, I just name it floor. Again, just go inside and just name this one floor. And next step, I just draw a line, and I just draw a simple line for actually the walls. I just go into my S snap functions, right mouse click vertex, and I redraw this. And I just press, I go into line, and I just press my first point, a second point, I just snap my points like this, and it's probably like this, that this space is not really complex enough. And I can also just say, I just delete my line again, and I just go inside again, and I hold my shift key and I give the whole space a little bit of an edge like this, and snap here this next point, and just say this is my outline for my next steps. If I want to make a wall out of this, I can do the following, and just go into extrude and just extrude this for probably amount of 3 meters, 300 centimeters. And I just need a wall, and what I probably best case do is I just use my shell function, and I give this an outside amount of in this terms of 30 centimeters, and I really have to be aware of that you use straighten corners, and then you really have this 30 centimeters, otherwise it always tries to interpolate around the corners, and then there's also not really a straight wall anymore. So this is important, outside amount 30 centimeters. If you go for an inner amount, then you have to do some steps, not anymore, which I do in the next minutes, but anyhow we leave it with 30 centimeters outside amount, and I just call these here like my wall. The ceiling I do slightly different. I just redraw my my wall. I just draw a line to this outside of line of my shell function like this. I close my spline and I just add something like extrude and enter amount of 40 centimeters like this, and then I go into my left view and just move this point into my Y direction with my snap toggles on, and I just move it and snap it to the top like this. And next step, I also select my my floor. This is my floor, and with this one I also have to give my floor actually a dimension, and I just go into my shell function again, and here I just give it an outer amount of 0 like this, and an inner amount of minus also 40 centimeters. Sorry, not minus, but 40 centimeters, because it should just go down. And this is already then next my my floor. If you look at this in perspective and just zoom out, then you just see that there are still some things I have to adjust, and this is mainly with my with my floor. You have to extend it, and what I do quite often, I use a lot of boxes when I draw floor plans or these kind of methods, and I always use my edit poly, and I go into my vertex mode, and I just choose these vertices, have my snap toggle on again, just choose my x-axis and just move this point to the left and this size also to the right. And I just see what this looks like in my front view, and also my front view I have to adjust my floor a little bit like this, and this already, if I look at this in perspective, this already looks quite good. There's a little bit of a balcony or terrace here. If I don't want this, then I have to use the same method like with my ceiling. The next thing I want to do, I just want to integrate a window into this opening, and I just go into my left view, and I draw a plane. I just go into create and go and draw a plane again with my snap functions, and this is my plane. This is my window plane, and of course I move my window plane to the front, like this, and this thing I just name window. Okay, this is my window, but my window also needs something like a window frame, and I can just do this with these segments. I just can draw segments, something like this, for example. This could be my this could be my windows, and if I now go into edit poly, then I of course can first move edges, for example this one, and I deselect my snap function. I just move it up a little bit, so I also can enter my space. I can also move it slightly better controlled, like right mouse click, and I just move it up for 70 centimeters. Sorry, of course I have to enter this in my Y direction, obviously, like this. And if I have this, nothing changed with the planes apart from that I have more segments. But what you can do is, in edit poly, you can just select the edges. I just select the edges, and there's a really nice function. There's a really nice function under edit edges, which means create shape. If you go into create shape and say linear, you can call this window frame, and say OK. And what it actually did is, I just deselect my polygon, my window, I just press my H key, and we just see that it created a new shape. This new shape is called window frame. And when I isolate this, you can just see that this is a simple line. And we have different kind of methods of making a 3D object out of this. I can first go into rendering and just say enable new viewport, enable in rendering, and I just go into rectangular and give this a dimension, like a rectangle dimension, like 6 centimeters in one direction, or 10 centimeters in one direction, and for example 6 centimeters width. You can also do something even more elegant. You can just add something like a sweep modifier. I just do this right now. This is my sweep modifier, and you can use any kind of sections, and for example you use something like a T profile, and you can here again just zoom in a little bit. You can just adjust this profile. Let's say you want to have a profile of 80 centimeters and a width of 10 centimeters, and you can change the thickness of the whole thing, and obviously the radius. So there are a lot of options and a lot of different kind of profiles you can use. And if I just leave my isolate selection toggle, then this already looks quite good. What it did, it just produced this 3D window frame with a line in the center. There are things you can change, but you will not really get to a really good result, which makes you happy that it really fits in your into your basic space. So again, what I do is I just go into Edit Poly, I just choose my vertices and these ones, and here I go into my X direction and I have my snap toggle on again, and I just move this point to the edge of my space and select these points. I zoom in a little bit, have my X-axis selected and move this point to the left, and I do the same with the top. And choose my Y direction and move this point a little bit lower, and here again this one higher, and now my window already fits in my room, and I just have to see that I readjust the settings that my window is in proportion. If I know this already, then I can, it's better to adjust my plane underneath and already make it that it fits at the end of the day when I extruded the window with my sweep modifier. So then the last thing you have to do is you have to give your window frame material, for example, like a metal material. You have to give your window material, best case in Autodesk glazing, and your wall something like a wall paint material, and then you have already a really nice visualization. I show you another method which is quite handy, but you don't use it too often because it already defines a lot, but which is really nice because there are a lot of parameters and you are really flexible, and there are already proper windows and everything there in 3D Studio Max. So I just choose my lower part, my lower objects, and like this one, and I just say hide selection. And with this we look at the window and the wall tools which are a part of 3D Studio. I just go into AEC extended, go into wall, and we can see that here we can already draw walls. I can define the height, and I just say I want to have a height of 3 meters again, and I want to have a width of 30 centimeters. That's the width of my wall. Okay, and we have something like a keyboard entry and a really interesting function which means pick spline. Okay, my floor, my ceiling, I do as a spline, but I can't pick it because there's a modifier on top. I just choose this right now again, and I just see this is my modifier extrude. I just delete it for it now, and if I now go again into my wall function, then I go into keyboard entry and say pick spline. You can just see that I can just pick this spline, and really handy, I can just choose between left, so it goes to the outside, or right, it goes to the inside, and we already have a nice wall around my floor plane. The real power of this wall function is at the end of the day using the windows. I can just go into windows like this, and I have different kind of windows. I, for example, go for a really simple window, and I can just draw this window. I can just draw this window in my floor plan. Right mouse click, I just go into edge because I not only want to connect it to my vertex points, and I can just draw a window line here and just move it right mouse to the left, and this is my window. And next step, I can define a height. Okay, this is my height, and you can already see there's one weird thing which happened because my building is just not on 0 again. If I see, if I look at this, I just drew it on the spline line of my ceiling, So what I do is I just move my window up like this, and if I look into perspective, then we can already see something. I can see my window and it just goes one step back. So what I can do is I can change the glazing, change the width of the glazing. I can move my window, and we see that this window is also already connected to my wall. You can see that it caused an opening in my wall, and that it's just following actually. And if I just draw another window, for example, I just go into this sliding function, and here again I go into my snap tools, and I just snap my, so again I just go into my snap tool and just hold it like this, and go along my line, and next click on my second line of my wall, and now I define a height, and again I'm on level 0. I just have to move this up a little bit like this, and if I move it around, you can see that there's already a new window, and with this window you can also open this window. You can just use it and have the typical American sliding windows, and there are different kind of windows actually you can use. Sometimes it can happen that your window is not properly connected to your wall. Then what you actually have to do is you have to choose this window, and you just go into select and link it again to your wall, and then it works properly. The same thing with the doors. You can also draw doors like this, and if you're more interested in this, you just go into Autodesk Help and enter Windows. You can just press F1, and then the help actually opens, and if I just enter door, then you can have the same settings with the doors, but like I already said before, I prefer doing it manually because I'm too much connected to certain designs of doors and windows. Thanks for watching.